Hello students, how are you? Myself, Ms. Srikumari Pillai. In today's session, I am going to explain the second lesson of maths, whole numbers. Students, you know that numbers are used for counting. These numbers which are used for counting are called natural numbers. That means natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And there are unlimited natural numbers. When we add 0 to any natural number, we get a new set of numbers. They are called whole numbers. That means natural number along with the 0 forms the whole numbers. Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. From this, we can understand that the smallest natural number is 1 and the smallest whole number is 0. Now we are going to learn about the properties of whole numbers. First, we will see the properties of addition. First of all, we will see the closure property. The sum of two whole numbers is always a whole number. This is called a closure property. Suppose if A and B are two whole numbers, then A plus B is equal to C is also a whole number. For example, 15 plus 17 is equal to 32. Here 15 is a whole number, 17 is another whole number, and their sum 32 is also a whole number. Now second property is the commutative property. This says that the sum of two whole numbers remains the same even if the order of the numbers is changed. This is called a commutative property. For example, if A and B are two whole numbers, then A plus B is equal to B plus A. We will consider the number 15 and 17. 15 plus 17 is equal to 32. In the same way, 17 plus 15 is also 32. That means the sum of the two numbers are not depending on the order in which they are added. We can add them in any order, but answer will remain the same. So we can say that addition of two whole numbers is commutative. Now the next property is associative property. In commutative property, we have considered only two numbers, and associative property, we will take three numbers. The sum of three whole numbers remains the same even if the grouping is changed. This property is called associative property. Suppose if A, B and C are three whole numbers, then A plus B plus C. Here first grouping is done of A and B. A plus B is taken as one group. To that we have added C is equal to A plus B plus C. And second case, B and C is grouped together. For example, 2 plus 3 plus 5. First grouping is done of 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. The sum of 2 plus 3, we will add the next number 5. So 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. In second case, the grouping is done of 3 and 5. 2 plus 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. To 8, 2 is added. 2 plus 8 is equal to 10. So if we add the numbers in any order, the sum will be the same. This property is called an associative property. Now we will see the properties of multiplication. First property, closure property. The product of two whole numbers is always a whole number. This is called a closure property for multiplication. If A and B are two whole numbers, then A into B is equal to C, which is also a whole number. For example, 5 into 7 is equal to 35, where 5 is a whole number, 7 is another whole number, and their product 35 is also a whole number. Next property is the commutative property for multiplication. Commutative property says that the product of two whole numbers remains unchanged even if the order of the whole numbers is changed. Suppose if A and B are two whole numbers, then A into B is equal to B into A. For example, 5 into 7. 5 into 7 is equal to 7 into 5. We know 5 into 7 is 35. Same way 7 into 5 is also 35. That means when we multiply two numbers, we can multiply the number in any order, the product will remain the same. Next property of multiplication is associative property. The product of three numbers remains unchanged even if the grouping is changed. This is the associative property of multiplication. And as we have considered three numbers for associative property of addition, here also we will consider three numbers. If A, B and C are three whole numbers, then A into B into C. There first we have grouped together A and B. A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. In second case, we have grouped B and C together. For example, 7 into 5 into 2. First grouping is done now, 7 and 5. 7 into 5 is 35. 35 into 2 is 70. Is equal to 7 into 5 into 2. Second case grouping is done of 5 and 2. So 5 2s are 10. That means 7 into 10. In both the case, the product will be the same. This is. Now we will move to the next property, that is the distributive property. Distributive property is a property of multiplication. It says that multiplication distributes over addition. If A, B and C are three whole numbers, then A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. For example, 5 into 3 plus 4 is equal to 5 into 3 plus 5 into 4. In first case, 3 and 4 is grouped together. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. 5 into 7 is 35. In the second case, the grouping of 3 and 4 are separated or it is broken. And 5 is multiplied by both 3 and 4. 5 into 3 is 15. And 5 into 4 is 20. So 15 plus 20 is equal to 35. So both the cases, the product will remain same. This is distributive property. Students, now we will see the properties of subtraction and division. First of all, we will see the closure property. The difference of two whole numbers is not always a whole number. Example, we will consider the numbers 12 and 5. 12 minus 5 is equal to 7 and 7 is a whole number. But if we minus 12 from 5, that is 5 minus 12 is equal to minus 7, and minus 7 is not a whole number because you know whole number starts from 0. The number 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on are included in whole numbers. So the closure property of subtraction does not hold good for subtraction. Similarly, the division of whole number also does not always result in a whole number. For example, if we divide 15 by 5, you know 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3 and 3 is a whole number. But if we divide 15 by 7, we cannot divide it completely. So we have to write the answer in fraction as 2 integer 1 upon 7 or 15 by 7, and it is not a whole number. Similarly, the other properties, commutative property and associative property also do not satisfy subtraction and division. Students, by this I have explained the properties of whole numbers. The remaining part of the lesson will be explained in the next video. Till then, bye.